Yeah, I just got a call from one of my good friends that he's in like Italy now, and I didn't even know he's going. But anyway, uh, he has a son-in-law that has become a pilot, and he's graduated and done all of his flight training. Now he's a co-pilot, and because he's part of the family, my friend and his wife, for $150 a year, they can fly anywhere they want in the world for free. It's $150 a year each of them, and then during that year, they can fly anywhere they want for free. So he calls me up today and he says, anyway, he was in Houston right now, but anyway, he's on his way. He's not in Italy yet, but he's on his way. And but I thought that was fantastic. God, if you have a pilot in your family and you can fly anywhere for free, that's fabulous. What an opportunity it is for the family of the pilot. They fly standby, but apparently there's an app that you can get that shows different flights to different destinations, that shows how many seats are available, how many have been sold, and so forth. So if you can determine that, then it's a pretty good chance that if you fly standby, which they do, that there's going to be available seating for them. But I thought, what an opportunity, and they think that's neat. They're in their early 70s, middle 70s, early 70s and middle 70s. Excuse me. And what an opportunity it is for them to fly all over the world for free and to see everything. I don't have that luxury because I'm poor, and I don't have a family member that's a pilot. So I'm doomed to stay in this place that I'm living in now. I can't fly all over the world. I wish I could. I'd go over to Australia, because I haven't been in Australia since 1991. I lived there for about 6 years in Melbourne. But I spent time in Melbourne, Adelaide, and Perth. And most of the time in Melbourne, and I love it. Some people will say it's Melbourne. You went to Melbourne. Hey, I lived in Melbourne for 6 years, and people say Melbourne. It's Melbourne. Melbourne. Not Melbourne. Have you been to modern Melbourne? Have you been to modern Melbourne lately? Some of the aristocrats, maybe in the Toorak district, if you people in Melbourne know what I'm talking about, maybe you snobs that live in Toorak say Melbourne, but it's Melbourne. Most people say Melbourne. They just do. But anyway, I was thinking about coveting after my friend called me this morning, because he has this luxury in his life, in his retirement, and I don't. I could be damn mad I can't hop on the plane and go anywhere I want to for free. I just can't. I could be upset at this guy. I could be upset at my friend because he and his wife can do that. I can't. Ron can't do that. That makes me damn mad. Why shouldn't I be mad? I know he's a friend, but hills, bills. Why can't it happen to me? What did I do wrong, huh? I got the short end of the stick, that's what happened. This son of a bitch and friend of mine has got everything. He's got a retirement. He's got $4,000 plus a month coming in. What do I have? I have $450 a month from Social Security. That doesn't do shit. That's pretty terrible when I have a $1,200 house payment. I'm on a flexible interest rate, and every time the feds raise their interest a quarter of a point, my house payment goes up about $100. Now you do the math, you know? I get $450 from Social Security, and just my house payment's $1,200. Plus I have to eat, I have utilities, I have gas, I have medical. Help me! You selfish son of a bitches out there, help me! But my friend isn't a son of a bitch. I'm happy for him. I am happy for him. I don't covet it, or I'm not mad that it's not me. I'm just not. I'm happy for him. Why wouldn't I be happy for him, you know? That's a great thing. That's a great thing that happened to him in his life. He's not a son of a bitch. He's a good guy. And I love him and care about him. And him and his wife. And I think that's great. I don't wish it was me. I don't stay up nights thinking, that son of a bitch, I wish it was me. No! If you have a neighbor that has a nicer home than you do, don't covet it. Don't wish that home was yours. I mean, it's one of the commandments not to do that. You know? You don't have to do it, so don't do it. Can't you be grateful for what you have? I'm grateful for what I have. I know I don't have anything near what other people have, but I also know that I have a lot more than other people have. You know, and I'm grateful for that. Anyway, there's so many things in life that you could envy people and covet. You know, covet your neighbor's wife. Your neighbor's wife across the street, gosh, she's sexy. She's so nice, and she's so sexy and pretty. God, I wish I had her. Why would Fred have her and not me? I can't stand Fred. I want his wife. I want her to be mine, baby. You can't think like that. His wife isn't your wife. He did things in his life to find her and to court her and to have, you know, her fall in love with him and so forth. You can't stay up nights thinking, damn, I wish Fred's wife was mine. I'd sure like to hop in bed with that babe. Wow. You can't think like that. You can't do it. God doesn't want you to do it, and it's not the proper thing to do. Common sense should tell you that that's not the proper thing to do. Be happy for Fred. Be happy for Fred, you know. Be glad that he has a pretty wife to come home to, and she's sexy, and this and that and the other. That's a blessing for Fred. You know, it has nothing to do with you. So get your mind out of the gutter and concentrate on the blessings you have, you moron. It's in everything. Oh, Roger has a better job than I do. He's making more money than I do. That's because Roger planned ahead, you moron. He was at the right place at the right time, you know? He stayed with his job. There's reasons why Roger makes more than you do. Has nothing to do with you. His income has nothing to do with you. Nothing. So wish him well, you know. One of the hardest things that I have done or tried to do in my life is to repent. not to not repent, to forgive people. You know, I have a hard time forgiving people that have done me wrong. Like my ex-girlfriend, for instance. I was with her. I told you stories in the past videos, but I was with her, I guess, I don't know, 6, 7 years. And gave her all the love in the world, and found out she was cheating on me. You know, she had an autism kid that drove me crazy. His hobby was ripping things apart. She'd bring home library books, and he'd rip the pages out of them, so she'd have to end up buying the book and giving money to the library. He would find wallpaper, a little piece of wallpaper on the wall that was sticking out maybe, and he'd rip the whole damn wall off of wallpaper. He'd take the DVD cases and rip the paper out of the case that talks about the movie. You know? And I used to deal in old photographs and old newspapers, old antique newspapers. And she wanted to get married, and I loved her, and she loved me, apparently. And I knew that if we got married, that this kid would drive me crazy, because he would destroy everything I had. My job, he would destroy everything, my inventory. He would destroy it. He would rip it apart. Not to mention he has to get up at, 3 in the morning and watch Cinderella over and over and over again. If you wanted to watch a different TV show, he'd scream, pull fits, bite, kick, scream. Not just in the house, in the store. He would have driven me crazy. Any love that I had for her would have gone out the door. And so she cheated on me. And then she eventually found, another guy. And apparently she was cheating on me because I was worried about getting married because of her son. And, which I was. But anyway, she says, well, just, after she cheats on me, and I was really hurt, I'm deeply hurt, I'm still hurt. I'm still deeply hurt over what she did to me. Well, can't you just be happy for me? No. How can I be happy for her, that she's hopping in bed with somebody else after I've given 7 years of my life, of giving her love and cared for her and time. I've given her 7 years of my life. And she cheats on me, and I should be happy for her that she found somebody that she really likes. And now I'm not happy for you. I'm damn mad. That's like having your home for sale, and people come to your open house, and they're that close to buying your house. And then somebody says, hey, why don't you come and look at the house down the street? And they go, a few houses down the street, and they end up buying that house. Can't you be glad for them? Can't you be happy for the situation? No! I wish they would have bought my house. Why should I be happy they bought somebody else's house? So forgiving is really hard for me. I've had people do me wrong, my whole life. And it's really been tough for me to forgive people. God is not Jesus. They're two separate people. But Jesus said, and what Jesus said, Jesus and God, even though they're separate, they're one in purpose, they're one in thinking, they're one in purity. But they're separate individuals. So Jesus said that if we don't forgive others, then God will not forgive us. If we can't forgive others of their wrongdoings, then God doesn't have to forgive us. So I thought about that, and I decided to put my ex-girlfriend, how much she hurt me. I've been hurt for years and years and years over what she did to me. But I decided to give it to God and let Him deal with it. Let Him be the judge of it. And I've decided to forgive her. Do I want to forgive her? Not really. I think she's an asshole. Should I forgive her? Yes. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. Instead of all that building up in me, all that hate building up in me, it's a release for me to forgive her and tell God that I forgive her, and to have that hate dissipate from my soul, from my spirit, so I can move on with my life. And that's what each of us need to do. Each of us need to forgive people. Sure, they don't they don't deserve it. They're assholes. I get upset. Well, I used to get upset. Now I just know they're an asshole. You know, you're driving along, somebody wants to get in the other lane or whatever, and you put on your brakes so they can get in the other lane. What's a very littlest thing that they could do to show appreciation? They could wait. They could go like this. Thank you. Some of them don't, and they're assholes. Those people are assholes. Do I forgive them? What choice do I have? I don't want them to ruin my life and ruin my soul because I think they're an asshole. So I forgive them. I forgive them because I know there's people in this world like that are selfish, that are into themselves, that don't give a flying crap about other people except me. All day long it's me. So I just accept it. I accept it. It's just part of this world. It's part of life. But forgive people. Put it on God's. Let God deal with it. Let Jesus deal with it. And I'm telling you, when you do that, you'll feel better. You'll feel better. God knows. God and Jesus know that you're upset at a situation, somebody that hurt you, unkind words, something that a neighbor did, that knocked down your fence or something and tried to lie about it. Whatever the case is, God knows how you feel. And He also wants you to forgive the person and to get on with your life, move on with your life, so it doesn't destroy you inside. So anyway, I've tried to get on with my life over my ex-girlfriend. But that's just one thing, But anyway, bottom line is, don't covet. Don't covet your neighbor's wife, and your neighbor's job, or your neighbor's home, or your neighbor's yard, your neighbor's car. Grow up and be grateful for what you have. If you don't have a nice house like they do, go out and work your butt off and get one. If you're mad at somebody playing the piano, if you're mad at a 40-year-old that knows how to play the piano good, don't be mad at them. Hell, they practiced for 15 years to be able to sound like that. Don't be mad at them. Go out and practice for 15 years, and then maybe you'll be a concert pianist, So don't covet. Don't be envious. Don't stay up nights thinking about you wish you could have Fred's wife, or you could have Fred's job. Forgive people. Of course they're assholes. Some people don't realize that they hurt you, or don't realize that they did something wrong. Some people don't give a shit. They did it anyway. But you're supposed to forgive them. Why? Because it cleanses your soul. And that's what God and Jesus wants you to do. So get off your butt and do it. What is wrong with you people?